Hey everybody, welcome back to Faraday Research, and I'm doing this video, and not my last video, I think it was the video before that, so 2 videos back. I was talking about the BLDC motor, and I was talking about how these drone motors actually run on an RF frequency. So what I did was I got mine out. This is the controller. Okay, you got a little servo control there, so I can control the RPM. And this little unit here is the actual power unit. So you got your power supply come in, you got your regular DC voltage. It runs at about 10 volts. Now, this changes the power to an RF frequency. So this motor actually talks. So when you start it up, you're going to hear a sound. You'll hear that dee 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 dee. Well, it's not coming from the controller or the power unit. It's actually coming from the motor itself. So I'll show you and you can hear it. I'll just turn it on there. Hear it? Okay, that's coming from the motor itself. So these motors are great. They're really torquey, so I kind of have to watch it here. And they're really nice motors. Beautiful motors. They run so smooth. They're so well engineered. So this thing right now is spinning at probably about 3,000 RPM. And I'm barely even touching it. So it's running at 10 volts. 10 volts at 0.63 amps. Now this thing can handle 30 amps, so you can really push this motor. They're extremely torquey, extremely powerful. So if you're doing an energy project and you need a good prime mover, I highly recommend these motors. They're the best. This motor here cost me like 200 bucks. They get a little pricey, but it's large. Like you can see my hand how big the drone motor is. Most drone motors are a lot smaller. But anyways, these motors are beautiful. They run so smooth. They're so balanced. No vibration. Super torquey. And, you know, like this thing's running at almost, I figure it's probably about 2,500 RPM, maybe 3,000. I don't think it's 3,000. It's probably about 2,500 RPM at 10 volts at 0.62 amps. And there's my amp meter. It's showing pretty much the same power draw. So I could speed it up. Then you're going to be pushing near an amp. But you got to understand, this thing's really screaming. Like, I can go even faster. Like this right now is probably about 20,000 RPM. It's flying now, but it's consuming about 1 amp. But, you know, if you got RPM going up almost 20,000 RPM, and I'm not even pushing it, I could probably put a little bit more power into this. Let's go. Okay, that's 11 volts. This thing's friggin' honking. It's flying. You can't even see the... Like, this thing is absolutely flying. Excellent low motor. I'll put it down to 10 volts. But... like I said, it's running off an RF frequency. It's actually a 3-phase motor. 1, 2, and 3. So it's taking regular DC, converting it into a RF signal. We'll see if my EM meter is going to pick it up. It was working before. I don't know. I'm having some issues with this thing. I think the battery might be dead in this thing. Oh, there we go. Actually, I'm going to turn it lower. Yeah. But anyways, you kind of get the idea. These are amazing motors. They're really, really good. So if you need a good prime mover for a generator or whatever, even Gerald Morton is using that for his prime mover in his bigger ones. He's actually using the washing machine drum motors, which is basically, this is a miniature version of that. And yeah, so look into these motors. They're great if you want to do your projects with them. I kind of went overboard with this one. This one was like 200 bucks. But these things are actually quite cheap. You can get them for like 18 or 20 bucks on Amazon. And get the little servo control unit that comes with it. You buy one of those and it just hooks directly up to that. Patch in your power supply, put it around, well, every motor is different. This one says about 10 volts, 10 and a half volts. So yeah, they're really cool. I would definitely look into them. I might be using this motor in one of my upcoming projects. Have a use for this thing. So yeah, we'll see where that leads to. Any questions or comments, leave it to me in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget, in the bottom right corner, there's the button there for the subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. And we'll see everybody soon.